iron in the soul.
What's up, my boy? It's Iron in the Soul. We're back today with another video. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, leave a comment, let me know what you think about my content. In addition to that, follow me over on Instagram at TheKingJabez. It'd be greatly appreciated. Let's do some work. Let's talk about 5 years of NoFap and how this has just been a transformational process in my life. And just think about, the benefits. I won't go into all of that. We've discussed this already. I'm to a place now with this topic. I've done so many videos, probably 50 to 100 over the last couple of years. I put some back up, took some down. We've talked about this before. And so I'm not getting to a long spiel. You can look at my old videos, watch the content. We're talking about today, kind of the big picture. And so this won't be a step-by-step process or nothing like that. You can watch my previous content for all of that. This is just to sit here and kind of just chop it up a little bit and kind of have a conversation about why this is so important. And I think that, as I've said before in the past, it's important that that you as a man, put your purpose over your pleasure. I've said that many times over the last 2.5 years. I'll say it again. You have to put purpose first. And that's the most important part in this process. I would say to add to that, you have to put God first. I've always been consistent in giving a biblical perspective to this conversation and using Bible characters such as Joseph. We talked about Jacob. We talked about King David, King Solomon, you name it. I've given you detailed messages on the Jezebel spirit versus Ahab versus the prophet Elijah. We've had a lot of conversations. We've even talked about a lot of well-known men, elite men who practice retention, such as Ali. Remember back in 2020, I did a series when I talked about Ali. You guys remember this. You're going to act like you don't, but you remember. Prince. We talked about LeBron James, David Hay, a boxer, Mike Tyson. I did like 15 to 20 elite men's example of this process. And I also had another series with Bible characters. And that was something that a lot of people appreciated. And so you think about the benefits. I know some of you guys, your first thought is, okay, good for you. What have you accomplished? Well, first and foremost, for you who asked that question, the first thing I accomplished is that I have a better relationship with God. Off top, before I get into any of the other benefits, for me, number one, I have a better relationship with the Most High God, and that's extremely important to me. My prayers have been better. My communication with God has increased. It's been more vivid. Through dreams, I've had a lot of vivid dreams over the last 2.5 years, a lot of revelation and prophecy, word of wisdom, word of knowledge. And so my connection to the Most High God has definitely increased over the last 5 years, off top. I would say, secondly, to add to that, I am closer to my wife. That's important. I think outside of your relationship with God, the most important decision you can make as a man is who you decide to make your wife, who you decide to make your queen. And that's something that you can practice while married. A number of you guys have asked that question, and it's a very simple answer. NoFap is not the same as semen retention. Semen retention is a discipline that is distinct from the discipline of NoFap. NoFap essentially means that you are having no self-pleasure to adult entertainment. That's simple. And so I have 5 years of that today. And yes, I did have 8 years of retention in my 20s. There is absolutely no contradiction for those who asked that question. I was on seed retention from age 20 to 28, and I have been on NoFap for the last 5 years. That's simple. And so semen retention is distinct from NoFap. And so that's what that is. So that being said, I think that every man should be on NoFap. You should not be pleasuring yourself to stuff that's online. It messes your mind up. This helps you to, or this really not help you, but it will be a disadvantage to you in terms of going forward, being productive, and trying to make a better life for yourself. So let me give you some things I think can help you along the way in this journey. You should be on NoFap to heal your mind from years of all those bad images that have been downloaded to your brain. The scripture says to be renewed in the spirit of your mind, to be transformed in your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. So first and foremost, you want to transform your thinking. And you can't transform your thinking if you are consistently watching stuff you should not be watching on your phone and indulging in sexual activity you shouldn't be indulging in, which opens you up to soul ties. This can open you up to the sexual demons, the incubus, succubus spirit that visit men and women at night. And that's something you need to watch out for. And so when you begin to experience deliverance from this, or to be brought free, or to be brought out or delivered, this can deliver you from those dreams that you're having, the incubus, succubus spirit, soul ties, and even in a connection to Jezebel spirits. Some of you guys are even under witchcraft from certain women. There are women who practice sex spells. There are men who practice sex spells. And so some of you have been under that unaware. And once you begin to discern it in the spirit, and that's why it's so important to do this, because once you begin to do this practice, you go into a deeper place spiritually, and you begin to think about things deeper and see it for what it really is. And so many of you right now are under a form of witchcraft. As I've said before, witchcraft is power that's not under authority. And so when you're under this mind control, which is what this stuff is mind control. It's demonic. It's messing up your thinking. And it's keeping you at a place where you can't really think clearly. And I got some notes here today to give you some perspective. So this can help you to heal from years of bad images. To add to that, I would say, this can help you to focus on a major goal, something you need to accomplish within the next 6 months to a year. This is a solid, concrete reason to do this discipline. What are your goals? What do you want to do? And if you have a big enough why, that can be instrumental in guiding you on this path. I would say this will help you to reset your default as a man, which is confidence. Many of you have lost your confidence. You don't want to show your face. You don't have pride about yourself. And so this is important for you as a man to regain your natural state, which is a place of confidence, knowing who you are, being able to walk into a room and command respect, right? That's how that works. When you walk into a room, with your back straight, that's how I walk into a room. I'm sitting down right now talking to you, but I'm 6'2", over 200 pounds, bearded. I walk into a room, I have my back straight. I'll make eye contact with people. I have a strong, firm handshake. Not to intimidate, because this is my character. This is not a game with me. This is not a gimmick. This is real life with me. What you see with me, iron and soul, is what you get. Some of you guys have been commenting saying, man, big bro, you're solid. You're right. I'm not boasting. I'm being real with you. I'm solid. What you see with me is what you get. Thorough. No games played. This ain't no one thing on camera, something else in my own personal life. What you see with me, brother, is what you get. And that's why I'm able to give you these messages. And I can say to add to this, I have been able to help and inspire thousands of men, hundreds of men to do the very same thing. And some of you guys who are watching this have really soaked up this content and have allowed it to transform your life. And then there are others of you who have heard this and you're still in the same place. You're stuck. And that's something you need to break free from. That means you have a stronghold. It's a pattern in your life that you cannot shake. And this leads to depression. This can lead to suicidal thoughts. This can lead to anxiety, all type of things. And this doesn't mean you're a bad person. It just means that for whatever reason, you're not getting a victory. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. You're probably not getting a victory because you are addressing this issue only in the natural realm. Okay? That's why I've come in for the whole 3 years I've been doing this almost. I've always made this a spiritual battle. So you can, in other words, what am I saying? It's not enough to just go to the gym, to just work, and to just focus and stay disciplined and self-development, all that type of stuff. You have to focus on the spiritual. You got to pray. If you want to be free from this stuff, you got to pray, break that stronghold. You have to address the demon. There are demons behind this stuff, man. And that has to be addressed if you ever hope to have a real long streak in this process. You must address this stuff in the spirit realm. You have to deal with it in the spirit. And so I want to take this time now to read a journal entry from my journal. I told you guys to keep these. I still do this to this day. I have stacks of them. And here's an entry from my journal from 2020, back when I really started doing these videos very consistently. And I began to really study this and see how deep this stuff is. When you are watching on your phone, you have to understand that some of those scenes are really demonic rituals. This is from my journal. Some of the scenes are demonic rituals, transfer of demons through the release of semen and saliva. Some strong demons and billions of dollars are behind this industry. So there's a lot of money and a lot of demons that keep you stuck, where you can't get to a week. Some of you guys, you can't get to a month. So you see 5 years, you're like, oh my God, how did you do that? The power of God, brother. It's that simple. The power of the Most High God. And so some of you are stuck by this, not because you're a bad person. I'm trying to tell you what's really going on with you, man. This is a spiritual thing. Your problem is something that's demonic on a new level. You understand? And so a lot of stuff that's happening, man, with some of these leaders, by the way, behind this stuff are Satanists. These are people who are following Lucifer. They are Satanists and Luciferians. And they're using this stuff to keep you stuck, to keep you insecure, to keep you in a place where you can't build any wealth. It's messing your life up. And so you have to gain victory over this if you want to go forward. So as I said again, retention is accumulative, and you will build up more power as a man over time. In other words, you get stronger with every streak. So look at it that way, whether it's 15 days, 30 days, 60 days, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, you accumulate powers and benefits over time. A benefit of a long streak is your body is retaining a lot of essential minerals and nutrients. These are notes, by the way, from 2020. I've been teaching this stuff. Essential minerals and nutrients that are important to your health. Mike Tyson had a quote on this saying that I never knew that conquering a woman, so many women, takes so much from you and it doesn't add to you. So it takes so much from you more than it adds to you, right? And that's something that Tyson found out, as well as a number of other elite wealthy men. I want to close it with this, some of the overall key benefits that I have experienced, you can experience as well. Gained knowledge. Training in the gym. I'm in the gym 5-6 days a week. I'm down to 10.9% body fat. You can't see it from the shirt. I'm in a pretty good shape. Almost 10% body fat. I'll be there within a couple of months. Discipline. The virtue of every man that we respect has utilized discipline. Who do you respect? Athletes, businessmen, pastors, people who are in positions of power. Men who have wealth and power are normally men of high discipline. Hard work. Nothing we do can replace consistent days of 8 to 12 hours of work. So no matter how long you're on NoFap or retention, at the end of the day, you have to put in the work. Prayer, meditation, and fasting can be useful in breaking this stronghold and allow you to experience freedom. And so I'm not going to so much today the benefits. I've been through that before in my own personal life. You know the drill with that. I want to give you a word of wisdom and a word to challenge you. This can be done. 5 years today. Start where you're at. If you're on day one, start right now and make a decision to take your life to the next level, spiritually, physically, as well as emotionally. This is your brother Iron the Soul. Thanks for watching this video. Follow me on Instagram at The King Jabez. Peace.